I think the best way to say it is that, well, pricing games seem to have calmed down. The rate of pricing increases, it continues to decline, but there's no negative pricing talk to really talk about this month, at least as a whole. However, there are some big headwinds for the real estate market if interest rates don't come down and essentially bail out the industry. The issue is that interest rates aren't going down. Since the Fed cut rates in September, mortgage rates have actually increased by over 1%. There is a lot going on. So let's jump into the data if you're wanting to hear about the Massachusetts real estate market data for single-family homes, condos, as well as multifamily properties, then you're in the right place real quick. My name is Jeff Chubb, and I'm a recovering investment banker, turned real estate agent and real estate investor that has sold more than 1,000 houses. If you have any questions in regards to real estate, then no, I'm here to help. Thinking about buying a house? Well, your fellow home buyers are saving thousands of dollars and even tens of thousands of dollars by using our purchase power plan. Instead of paying the traditional commission of 2.5% to 3% of the purchase price when buying a house, you can pay an hourly rate and save a truckload of money. Let's start with the single family homes. In October of 2024, we saw 3,449 single family houses sell for an average sales price of $805,000. Hello, this ended up being a pretty good month, but when looking at year-over-year data, as of now, our data shows that sales levels are up 10.5%. This is after 2 months of pretty much close to identical sales margins with 2023. The 3,449 single-family homes that sold in October was 10.5% more than last year when we sold 3,120 units. When we add in this month's sales levels, the year-to-date sales level increases jumped up a little bit to 2.9% higher, as we've now sold 31,322 single-family homes compared to 30,426 units at this point back in 2023. Last month, I talked about how it felt like the market was slipping, which you could see in the rate of appreciation actually beginning to decrease over the last 4 months. But this month, we had a bit of a comeback. The question becomes, is this an outlier of the month? Because in October, we recorded a 5.3% year-over-year increase in single-family property values. Is this an outlier, or has the market found its new footing? With 10 months down, home prices in Massachusetts are up 6.8% year over year. It's been a great year in the single-family market, but the pullbacks continue. We were at 8.8% year-over-year appreciation rate in May, 8.1% in June, 7.8% in July, 7.4% in August, 7.1% in September, and now 6.8% in October. It's very safe to say that home prices aren't going to be down for the year. Now, onto the yearly sales comparison levels. Our sales levels of 3,449 units put us right in line with October of 2012. Again, will these sales levels stick, or is this just an outlier? Sales levels have sucked and continue to suck. We've embraced the suck, right? This is a little bit of fresh air, but frankly, I wouldn't get too excited about it. I'm not sure if it's here to stay. I just don't see anything out there that is like flipping a switch where we'll get a ton of sales pushed to the market. The only thing that would do that trick is if interest rates drop like a rock, and I personally don't see that happening. There have been a couple late sales posted which have adjusted the sales declines that we've been reporting. Because last month we had said that there were 4 months out of the last 9 months of year-over-year sales declines. But with the late sales recordings, it actually only turns out that we've seen sales levels down 3 out of the 10 months so far in 2024. That really isn't bad. Because before January, we had 30 consecutive months of year-over-year sales declines. So sales level declines of 3 out of the last 10 months, that's a phenomenal improvement. And that is now 52 consecutive months of year-over-year home price increases. I continue to say that I don't see this trend ending anytime soon, but the cautionary tale is that the rate of appreciation, it's tapered off. If you believe interest rates are going to go down, then you believe the streak's going to continue. If you think interest rates are going to go past that 7% mark, then that means you most likely believe pricing will eventually start going down. And if you think that we're going to see more of the same in the future, well, then I think you're saying that what we're seeing now is going to be the trend that is going to continue. Time's going to tell, but it's my belief that we're going to hit the 5 consecutive years or 60 months of pricing gains, but it's all about inventory levels. So let's take a look at inventory. More of the same with higher inventory levels, but look at that. That is a 5-year high for inventory levels, ending them up with 5,666 single-family homes on the market. Year-over-year inventory levels are up 22.6%. But again, the big takeaway is that these inventory levels are a 5-year high. We had 223 more homes on the market at the end of October 2024, which is compared to October 2020. So that means that inventory levels are 4.1% higher than the 2020 inventory levels. It's a long way to go until we hit the inventory levels of 2019, but this is exceptional news if you're one of those home buyers in the market. This month was more of the same. You could see that for the entire month, we were above all the levels of 2021 to today. Yes, we are close to the 2022 levels, but look at the difference between this year and 2023, which is that red line there. There is a lot more houses for buyers to choose from. We now have 941 more single-family homes on the market when compared to the end of October of 2024 than we did in the end of October of 2023, and 257 more houses on the market when compared to October of 2023. These inventory gains continue to be thanks to a higher amount of new listings hitting the market. New listings continue to be up a considerable amount year over year. We listed 4,710 single-family homes in Massachusetts in October 2024. This was a 17% increase when compared to October 2023. And for comparison purposes, last month we listed 18% more houses than compared to September of 2023. Price reductions leveled off. In October of 2024, we saw a slight decrease of 0.6% with 488 price reductions. This is compared to the 47.3% increase that we saw last month. Quick recap. So sales in the single-family market were up by 10.5%, while inventory levels were up by 22.6%. The number of new listings were up by 17% when compared to last year's numbers, while we saw a 0.6% decrease in price reductions for October of 2024. And look at that. The trend continues. The $805,000 average sales price means that home prices in Massachusetts are up by 5.3% year over year and 6.8% year to date. Some other stats that you might find interesting is that the list to sale price ratio for October of 2024 was 100.14%, and the days on market were 36 days. We have the condo market and the multifamily market up next, but first, I just do me a huge favor. Can you hit that like button right down there? Believe it or not, it just makes a huge difference as it just plays with that YouTube algorithm. While subscribing, if you haven't done that and you're enjoying the content, then I appreciate you considering subscribing. Because we saw 1,412 condos closed in Massachusetts for the month of October with an average sales price of $662,000. Let's start with the sales data. Sales levels were up this month in the condo market. Yay! Sales levels were up by 2.5% year over year. The 1,412 condos sold in Massachusetts for the month of October was compared to the 1,377 units that sold in October of 2023. Year to date, we've closed 14,194 condos compared to the 13,798 in the first 10 months of 2023. This means that we've seen year-over-year sales declines for the last 6 out of the last 10 months. Similar story in the single-family market. We had 25 months of year-over-year sales declines. So it's kind of a good thing that we're getting a year-over-year positive reading every once in a while. But just like the single-family market, the 1,412 units sold was slightly above the levels of October 2012. Again, is this an outlier or is this the new trend? Now, another 4-year high for inventory levels in the condo market, the 3,193 condos on the market in Massachusetts, is 24.3% higher than inventory levels of October of 2023. 375 units above what we saw in October 2021. The average amount of inventory for October from October of 2012 through October of 2020 is 4,357 units. Okay, so we're pretty far off from that average. But when you add in the 2021 through 2024 data, then that average actually decreases to 3,886 units on the market. My point is the Massachusetts condo market is pretty close to that relative normal. The margin for the amount of additional condos on the market in Massachusetts when compared to the last 4 years continues to grow. We had 652 more condos on the market when compared to the end of October of 2023, 485 more when compared to the end of October 2022, and 499 more than 2021. The amount of new listings were up with 2,125 new condo listings hitting the market. The 300 additional new listings when compared to October of 2023 represents a 16.4% increase in new listing activity for Massachusetts in the month of October. Meanwhile, we saw an increase in the amount of condos that saw price reductions in Massachusetts, as there were 206 price adjustments in October. This is 37 units or 21.9% more than when compared to October of 2023. As a year-over-year comparison, sales, they were up by 2.5%. New listings, they were up by 16.4% when compared to 2023. Meanwhile, inventory was up by 24.3%, with a number of price reductions up by 21.8% year over year. A couple additional stats is that the list to sale price ratio for the month of October was 99.7%, while the days on market were 40. As a year-over-year comparison, this means that the list to sale price ratio is down by 0.7% from last year's recording of 100.4% and up 5 days on the days on market count, as there were 35 days on the market in October of 2023. And that is now 4 months of housing price declines in the condo market. Well, I guess that depends. That's down if you're a seller, but up if you're a buyer. because the average sales price of $662,000 was 2% lower than the average sales price of October of 2023 when it was $676,000. When you look at what is happening to pricing on a graph, it shows that what is going on in the condo market, it's a big deal in the condo market. 4 months of pricing declines is not something to just brush off. Year to date, condo prices in Massachusetts are up by 1.6%. This number was 4.6% in June, 2.9% in July, 2.4% in August, and 2% in September. The trend line continues to not be a great one for the condo owners in Massachusetts. Now look, I don't think we're going to end up in the negative pricing territory for 2024, but this means that we're going into the 2025 year with a pretty weak condo market. The condo market desperately needs that interest rate bailout. And now for my very quick and shameless plug. If you're thinking about buying or selling a house, then reach out to me, as it would be an honor to help guide you through the process. Now, onto the multifamily market. Another good month in the multifamily market. In October of 2024, we saw 482 multifamily units sell for an average sales price of $783,000. 482 units with 17 units, or 3.7% increase in the year-over-year sales levels for October. This means that year-over-year sales levels are now up by 6.8%. The 482 units sold put us well above last year when we sold 437 units, and a decent amount above the sales levels of 2012 when we sold 463 multifamily properties. This was a decent showing, quite frankly. If interest rates go down, then this is going to help the investor market a lot. Inventory is pretty even when compared to last year. There are currently 876 multifamily properties on the market, which means the inventory levels are up by 13 units, or 1.5% year over year. Kind of interesting, because today's inventory levels leveled off, while the inventory levels of 2023, they were continuing to grow. And when you look at, the last Monday of the month in October, we were actually at dead even with the multifamily homes on the market than when compared to the last Monday of October of 2023. And to put it in perspective, this number is 57 additional units when we did last month's report. Meanwhile, we listed 3% more multifamily properties than we did in 2023. We listed 734 multifamily homes in October 2024, which is compared to the 712 multifamilies in October 2023. Year over year, the $783,000 was 3.6% higher than the pricing levels we recorded in October of 2023. And this is pretty consistent 2 months, the 3.56% and the 3.59%. It doesn't look awesome, but zoom out a little bit and look at that whole 2024. It's been a pretty good darn year. Multifamily properties pricing is now up by 11.2% for the first 10 months of 2024. That's not bad, again, but this is some pretty incredible yearly appreciation. As we're starting to come to a close to the year, it's apparent that a little wind has come out of the sail in the single-family market. The condo market is just sucking wind, and the multifamily market continues to make up for some lost time from last year. We're going to end this year with a lot of question marks. My takeaway is that the market's very fragile. I'd rather be a seller in this market, and I foresee it being that way as we go into 2025. But there is little doubt that the pendulum has swung a bit, and I can tell you with certainty that there are some great opportunities to be had out there if you're a buyer. Want to talk about your own personal real estate needs? Again, it's Jeff Chubb. Whether you're looking to buy or sell a house in the next 9 or 90 days, then I would love to chat with you and just find out a little bit more about your real estate goals. And if you know anyone that's thinking about buying or selling a house, then I truly appreciate you passing along my contact information. You can visit us at youtuberealestateagent.com or find all my contact information in the description below right down there. Until next time.